But I guess with that, you know, the Panthers, they could win the division, right?
Very
They
true.
could.
Very true.
I think they
It could
do, man.
happen.
Honestly, I think they do. I
I
think the
know.
Panthers are somehow going to pull it off. I think they're going to go the whole way, and we're going to be like sitting here scratching our heads, being like, "Why?"
I'm pretty sure you said that.
I was wrong. I think I'm going to tell you right now. I will go on record.
Yes.
I know what I said. I
With
want
mine.
the Falcons to win. I do. I really do. But the Panthers are doing some weird voodoo, like extra mana, legendary Magic the Gathering type stuff. And
Mythic
I'm
legendary, yes.
yeah, I'm done. Like he's
Black Lotus.
are there like
Yes.
there's no mythic legendary on that team,
No.
but like they're all rare. You know what I mean? It's a rare deck.
Yes.
No, they've been through stuff, man. It's just like, look, I mean, think about the last 2 years. You get Sam Darnold, you sit here and he gets hurt. You get PJ Walker in there, he gets hurt. You bring back Cam Newton for a game or two, he doesn't play. Then you're kind of playing musical chairs with those guys. You lose your coach. This offseason, you bring in Baker Mayfield, he gets hurt. You draft a quarterback, he gets hurt. It's just like all this stuff. Then you trade away your best receiver, Robbie Anderson, one of the best running backs, if healthy, in the league, Christian McCaffrey.
Yeah.
You're just sitting here like, what else? And I think Steve Wilkes, shout out to him, the interim coach, I think he's just kind of got him pulled together. Now, I'm going to say it doesn't hurt that the rest of you guys are helping us out a whole lot. It's like everybody's sitting there like, no, we're not going to leave you behind. We'll lose so you can come up. Don't worry. We love you guys. Like,
We love you. We want to include you.
Right? It's the most close-knit division, man. We just love each other.
Yeah.
But look, we got to play Detroit next at home. Then we go to Tampa and we go to the Saints. We're in the driver's seat. The road is right in front of us. If we win these last three, we will. Major implications. Potentially knock the Lions out, the Bucks. Then you got the Saints. So we got the major division wins that we need to get. It could happen. It could definitely happen. But we're gonna need more. We're gonna need our running game, obviously. DJ Moore is going to need to continue to have just to ball out and continue. He had 5 catches, 73 and a touchdown, but he's going to continue to keep his helmet on and keep playing hard through this year. Our special teams, Nicole, you talked about it. Eddie Pinero, 3 field goals in the game and an extra point. Take it from me in Washington, where no extra point is given. You got to make sure that your kicker can make these kicks. And at the end of the day, that defense has got to play. They got to play tough. They have to play together. We know the pieces they have. Jeremy Chen, Shaq Thomas, Frankie Luvo, Ryan Burns. You know what I mean? These guys can play, but when you're always having to deal with whatever happens on offense and the short fields and playing most times down, it's a struggle. It's a struggle. So it like we said, whoever, with the exception of maybe Tampa Bay, with the rest of us, if we make it to the playoffs, it's a one and done. Like I just don't see, any of us outside of potentially Tom Brady and Tampa Bay finding it and clicking it. But right now, somehow we're making it happen. We'll see what happens, but we definitely want the South. We definitely want it, if not just for this year, and then we're gonna give it back because
whoever wins it, it's tough because it's just a little bit distasteful no matter what. Like it's like
I that's why I don't want to win it personally.
Right.
I'm like, no, I'm good. And
Yeah.
honestly, I wanted to say this about the Panthers too, because this is the whole can the Panthers pull it off? If they can't pull it off necessarily this year, could the Panthers pull off being one of like the underdogs in, say, the quarterback market? Because if you really think about it, if the division is this bad, right, Tom Brady's going to be out. Tom Brady's leaving the Bucs. I can almost guarantee that.
I'm going to give that a 90% chance of happening. Like
I think you could put good money on it to say that he's gone, but not retiring. Yeah. I think he wants to go play one more year, and I think he's looking at like Miami or San Francisco as like a one and done. Like, let me just win this one ring and get the hell out of here again. But the Panthers have been in the conversation for quarterbacks. They were in the talks with Deshaun Watson.
Yeah.
They were one of the teams rumored about Lamar Jackson. And anytime you go and look at these mock drafts and stuff like that, they're not necessarily mock draft to grab like a quarterback right off the bat because they'll have like the 7th or 8th pick.
Yeah.
It almost seems to make sense to approach Green Bay with that 8th overall pick and be like, do you want to be close enough where you could get your quarterback? We would like yours for 2 years. That would be great. We'll take the money and everything that comes with it, since you do have a bit of a greedy owner who would be like, yes.
Yeah.
Is that what's getting
of a greedy?
Yeah. What else does he need? Does he need a receiver? What else? Does he want Devontae Adams? Like, who does he want? We'll go get him a Stephon Diggs. You find me one team that's tired of their star, and I'm buying them right now.
Bring him over. Right.
So if they can't pull it off this year, they are in such a good position next year, not only with the draft picks, but the superstar talent that they have. And I do mean, say, like DJ Moore is a superstar. Their left tackle that they drafted last year, I can never remember his name, but he is also basically a superstar as well. I know it's one of the three. It was is it Iquanu?
Yeah, Ikem Iquanu.
Thank you. It is Iquanu.
Yeah.
So Iquanu's there. And it makes sense because with the defense, name me a part of the defense that's bad.
Right.
Almost every single player on that defense is almost, and I mean this in respect, look at the Saints defense of 2 years ago when Drew Brees was still there. And how every single player had a role and a substitute role.
Right.
When the Panthers play good, that defense holds each other accountable. Where Brett Burns, he's an edge rusher, but man, does he ever look like Luke Kuechly on a couple of those plays.
Yeah.
Like that, those cornerbacks start looking like Isaiah Simmons from Arizona, where they're like, oh, they just came up and played linebacker for a little bit. So you just go spend like $50-60 million on that offense, and you basically have bought yourself a Super Bowl with the Carolina Panthers, just the way that they're set up, in my honest opinion. That defense is the best in the NFL. I do not care what anyone says. It's not the Bills. It's not what's the other big one out there that everyone keeps talking about for defenses? Bills,
Rams, Niners, San Francisco. Yeah,
Niners. Thank you. Like those are all great defenses, but when push comes to shove and they actually need it, Panthers defense is the number one in the NFL, hands down, in my opinion.
They're legit. And now you're starting to figure out why they didn't let go Brian Burns when they started trading everybody away, because they felt like if they can keep that, you keep one weapon on offense and more, and we see how big of a weapon he is, then you keep that one guy on defense to kind of build around. We already had pieces from a year ago in the draft and Jeremy Chin. Keep getting those guys, building that stuff, just add depth. Hey, and go for the line. And that's why I'm not 100% sold on a quarterback early. It's just because I almost want to do it kind of similar to Washington, where you can win with this guy. Let's build around him. Let's solidify that line. Let's get backs. Let's get wide receivers, a big guy, Mike Evans type, big, stocky wide receiver that can jump up and get it in the red zone.
Jalen Hyatt, maybe.
I mean, come on. Let's get one of these guys that can take a top off of defense and really open up this offense. And I mean, let's see what we can do, man. But yeah, no, I agree. That defense is just out of this world. I mean, first half of last year, we're number one ranked defense in the league.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
And you have like 2 second-round picks now, if I am not mistaken, correct? So say all of a sudden one of these top wide receivers, like the Smith
Jigba? Yeah.
Thank you. I can never say his name properly. Yeah. But like if he because in some instances he might start falling in some of these drafts, you could almost, and this would sound so like it'd almost be like you can't allow the Panthers to do it. If Jalen Carter is still there at 7 and you put him to mix alongside with the rest of that and the culture then that becomes the Carolina Panthers. And then you just we're just going to grab this wide receiver, and then we call them and be like, what do you want for Aaron Rodgers? Yeah, boom. Now all of a sudden I'm not watching those games. I don't want any part of it. No, I'm not watching the spanking of what the Carolina Panthers would be. And those jerseys too, those old school, like with the stripe on the side and stuff where they look so dominant. Yeah, no, I don't want no part of that.
That stadium, that's part of town. It's all starting to build up. Oh, it's beautiful.
Loud. Oh, that stadium can get loud.
Let's go.
Boy.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching. If you like that clip, be sure to check out the other great content from the Let's Talk Football community. And as always, please like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you'll be notified when more great content like this becomes available.